Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action. 6 rounds, international light middleweight contest. Introducing to you, firstly, and fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks trimmed with black and white. Weighing in at 10 stone and 12 pounds, a 9-fight record, 4 wins, 2 inside the scheduled distance, and just 5 defeats. From Belarus, would you please welcome Vadzim Astapuk. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the dark blue trunks trimmed with silver, weighing in at 10 stone, 9.5 pounds. 10-fight record, 9 wins, 5 inside the scheduled distance, and 1 draw, undefeated. From Glasgow, Scotland, it's Craig Dickson. Time get a bell is Jim Copeland, referee. In charge of the action is Mr. Kenny Pringle, and this is 6 3-minute rounds.
Okay, boys, you know what's expected of you. Listen to me all times, defend yourself at all times. Shots here are still high, so a shot here is still good. Any questions? Touch them up and get to work.
Seconds out, round 1.
11th outing for the unbeaten Craig Dickson, and second of the year after an impressive stoppage last time out. Let's see how he progresses with the fresh but on paper rather vulnerable looking Belarusian Vadzim Astapuk. And Dickson, Jim, another on the rise from your home city.
Yep, and doing nicely as it happens, unbeaten as you've said. Astapuk started quite aggressively. He's giving away a little bit of natural weight here. Been stopped a couple of times, but maybe it's because of the way he goes about business. He couldn't wait to get started there, which is a good sign.
Dickson, 26 years of age. Astapuk, 5 years younger. Very much the underdog over from Minsk. Left to the body, good shot from Dickson. And a right hand to the head.
I think already you can see he's damaged by the right eye. Dickson didn't notice if there was a little clash of heads there. I didn't see one, but that looks like a fairly bad cut there.
Yep, bleeding quite profusely already in the first minute and a half. How will he deal with that?
Well, I was just about to say Dickson looks naturally the stronger and the stronger puncher. And then just as I was about to say it, I noticed the blood, so any encouragement Astapuk needed, there he has it.
Still aiming for the left hook around the right side of Astapuk's body. But that looks nasty, that cut.
Impressive looking body punches from Dickson. I think he'll maybe feel he has to get this little fella out of there. So he's just forgetting about some fighters when they're cut, they want to cover up for the rest of the round, get back to the corner, give them a chance to patch it up. It's good that the referee hasn't got involved, which doesn't worry the fighter. The referee's done well staying out of this. But hopefully it's not as bad as it looks.
Head clash caused the cut, and Benny King is waiting, ready to go in the blue corner to work on it. He's coped well, Dickson.
Yep, he's kept nice and cool. He's just gone about winning the round. The better punches, the more solid, especially that left hand to the body's working well. He's using his physical advantages. But credit to Astapuk, he's making it competitive. He's not looking to hide. He's coming off second best in exchanges. Good opening round, bit of drama added to it.
Cue Benny King. Expert cutsman. And gets to work on Dickson before he even sits on his stool. How bad is that?
Well, it's right on the side of the eyebrow. The big problem, even if it's not bad at the moment, I haven't had a good look yet, but it's in a position that it could get worse. I mean, Astapuk was a little ungainly at times up close. See, there you are. And he went. I saw the clash, but I thought Dickson had taken it on the gloves, but obviously not. You see the blood starting to come now. It looked to me as though he had blocked that backlash on his gloves, not right through the gloves. You can see that without a question. That's what's caused the injury. So hopefully Benny King can do his stuff. But an entertaining opening round nevertheless.
Didn't like the body, step back and gulped in it. Just
Seconds out, round 2.
Second round, first was interesting. Went to Dickson, but a problematic cut by the right eye as he gets behind his jab, the Glaswegian. We want to keep Astapuk away from him and make sure the heads don't clash again.
Well, King has done a good job on it. Stopped the bleeding, no signs of the injury as they come out, but we'll see what happens the first time a punch lands on it.
There's the left hook, tried by Astapuk, and he's cut it open again.
But again, it's good that the referee hasn't really gotten himself involved, so he's not putting the panic into Dickson's work, so he's allowed just to work away at his own pace. You just have to forget about the cut. You just got on with the job, and I say forget about it, obviously keep the hands up to protect it, but don't let it alter your tactics.
Giving away a couple of pounds in weight. Dickson, 10-9 3/4. Be hoping to get down to the welterweight division. He's stopped 5 in his 9 victories to date, and he's opening up on the body of Astapuk again.
He's bleeding freely again, unfortunately.
Astapuk switching between southpaw and back to orthodox. Body shots once more from Dickson, and a more jaded feel about the Belarusian.
Still fairly cool under fire though, Astapuk, just covering up, just trying to come back with single left hooks. Obviously he looks upon the cut eye as he's acing the hole, just trying to worsen that.
Quick burst of action here in the second, and more blood to the right eye of Craig Dickson. You could feel that shot, the left to the body.
Yep, the body punches from either hand are working well. But he hasn't discouraged Astapuk too much. He's taking them and keeping himself in the fight. Not looking to hold up close. Yep, this is developing nicely.
Good first couple of rounds. Well, as Benny King goes back to work on the eye, Craig Dickson is relying on his skillful body shots to do the work for him. Good stance.
Yep, and they're good, accurate punches that he's throwing, getting nice leverage into them, just behind the elbow there. Astapuk is kind of partially blocking some of them, which is why probably he's managing to take so many without maybe touching down onto the one knee, because they are vicious-looking punches. Keeping nice and tight, and now and again he comes back with a single left hook, I think, just trying to worsen the eye injury. There it comes. So obviously he sees his big chance of victory is by injury.
Third round, we're in the 11-stone light middleweight division. The blue trunks with CD of Scottish hopeful Craig Dickson, looking for win number 10, and the red of Vadzim Astapuk from Belarus, who's been a pro for a year and a half, and he's looking for his 5th win. But it's hard for him in there.
Yeah, but I tell you, it's hard for Dickson too. I wonder maybe Dickson's had a look at Astapuk's record and thought maybe, yep, I can put a show on for my fans tonight. But he's really having to dig in here. These body punches are good now. Just the first sign there that maybe he was knocking Astapuk out of the fight.
All Astapuk's defeats have been inside the distance. He did lose to Dmitry Yanushevich, who's been stopped here by a number of our fighters. But he's showing a bit of grit to stay with Dickson. Will the body shots finally pay?
See, I think Dickson has tumbled. The uppercut to the head is the punch now. Astapuk's elbows are down to protect the body shot, so now he's offering a bit of target up close for the uppercut. He slipped it in a couple of times already, and it's landed.
Yeah, diving in there, Astapuk. The head that caused the cut to Dickson in the first round that's been dealt with professionally by Benny King and is holding up.
It just signs now that the pace is beginning to get to Astapuk, and I think the natural strength difference. Yep, that body shot, I think, troubled him a little bit.
Well blocked there by Dickson, who tries to force his way in. And a jab.
Yeah, Astapuk beginning to spoil now, which he wasn't doing in the first couple of rounds. So obviously, the pace is getting to him, kind of tired look about him, and you can't really blame him. He's made a go of it, but it's turning against him.
There's the uppercut that Jim was talking about. Body shot too to follow. Astapuk hanging in there, but you get the feeling that he hasn't got that much more to offer.
That the fight is just bit by bit turning away from him. I don't think it's going to last much longer.
He bounced into Kenny Pringle, the referee. He gets through the third round, but he spits the gum shield out in the corner. He looks exhausted.
Yeah, but I think the amount of body punches that he's been taking have really taken their toll on him. He's looking, really, all the ambition is gone. And he was lucky to get through that round, I feel.
Valery Kaplar in the corner with Astapuk. Is there anything he can say to him now?
I don't really think so, because the fight has been gradually turning against him. It's not as though he's just going through a bad period at the end of the round. I mean, bit by bit, Dickson has been punching the resistance out of him. He's naturally stronger, naturally more powerful. Astapuk's been making a go of it, but certainly not in the last half of the first round there.
Just about gets up off his stool. Vadzim Astapuk for the fourth round. Will Craig Dickson manage to impose himself again? The body shots have slowed down the Belarusian, and the uppercuts haven't helped his cause either. Southpaw and survival mode.
Now, well, Dickson's boxed well tonight. The problem of the cut eye straight away, but he's just carried on with his tactics, hasn't let it upset him. His body punching has been impressive, accuracy's been impressive, and he's beginning to show results now.
There's over 2 minutes left in this session for Astapuk to try and find a way to get through, but he is really throwing very little. He's getting the arms tucked in to protect the body, but he's starting to take a fair bit now.
I mean, this is where Dickson just wants to take a little half step back, give himself some room. And the uppercut to the head, which he was using in the previous round, hasn't used it too often this round yet. But that's the punch. Oh, they're just sickering him. Another one. Spitting out the gum shield. I think enough is enough.
Body shot floored for the first time. Very slow to his feet. Does he want to go on? He looks very reluctant to do so. The gum shield's still out. He's looking at his corner. Is this the end for vadzim astapuk?
No, they're clearing the gum shield. I think his corner should be getting him out of there. He's taken enough. He's outgunned. Things are going against him. Not even a glimmer of hope that he's going to get himself into this fight. Don't like these brave trainers, I'm afraid.
Too gallant for his own good, really, as Dickson continues. He throws the punches all angles. Kenny Pringle surely must be thinking about stopping this now. He's taken too much.
Yep, time to get him out of there.
Well, these are unnecessary moments, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the referee, who's handled the fight exceptionally well up until now, but I'd like to see him stepping in here. Although, having said that, Astapuk's corner should be pulling him out. He's still throwing back, which is maybe the only reason that referee Pringle's allowing this to continue. But it's not competitive. When it's not competitive, getting the guy out of there.
Nothing is coming back, and finally, Kenny Pringle stops this light middleweight contest in the 4th round. And it's another win for the unbeaten Craig Dickson from Glasgow. Body shots, sickened Astapuk, and impressed.
Yes, that was an impressive performance. I mean, it was a fight, obviously, you would be expecting Craig Dickson to win. But the manner he won it and was good. The way he coped with the cut eye, didn't let it trouble him. The body punching was excellent all the way through, and that was a sickener just at the end. That just took everything away. At that point, he spat out his gum shield here. At that point, he should have been taken out of there.
By corner or by referee or both?
Well, the corner had the first chance to do it, but you can see that one landed bang on the solar plexus. Just completely took the wind out of him, spits the gum shield out now because he can hardly breathe. That's when a little bit of compassion was required. The corner didn't show it. Thankfully, eventually the referee did. Maybe half a minute earlier would have been even better. See, at this stage, it wasn't competitive. He wasn't throwing anything back. And he just said, enough is enough, but I would have done it a little bit sooner. But the referee, I thought, handled the fight well.
And Dickson coped with the cut eye and got on with the job.
Yep, that was a good performance from Dickson. In a fight you should win, sometimes you can struggle because so much is expected of you. But yep, everything you did was fine.
Craig Dickson does the job here in the 4th round.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Jim Kirkwood has recorded a time of 2 minutes and 31 seconds of the 4th round. Referee Kenny Pringle has stopped the contest. Your winner from Glasgow, Scotland, Craig Dickson. And please show our appreciation for our visitor all the way from Belarus, vadzim astapuk.
There was a big crowd, but seen us try to get a jab going. He was coming under it quite a lot, which was awful.
Well, Craig, you stay unbeaten. Are you happy with your performance?
I was a wee bit nervous. I think being in front of a big crowd where majority of my fights have been in Tommy's shows, so never been this quite a crowd, but I was happy with it towards the end where I started putting the body shots together and I coped with a cut, my first cut, so I'm quite happy. I could have done better, keeping my guard a wee bit stronger, but overall it was okay.
Did that cut unsettle you so early in the 1st round?
To be honest, I never noticed. I thought it was sweat running down my face until a slight dripping in mine. I could see red and I thought, oh no, I'm cut. And then I had Benny in my corner, so I didn't need to worry.
Do you always throw so many body shots as that?
Yeah. Maybe not I can hurt somebody in the head, but I'm not quite good enough to knock somebody to the head yet. But to the body I can knock somebody, so I had my body shot and I seen a wee skirmish for his face, so I thought I'll pile on the body shots.
You could feel him weakening from quite early in the fight.
I think it was at the end of the 3rd there, I caught him really good and he just bent double, and then it was a case of just trying to get through the gaps, So I try to lift at the head to bring his elbows up and get around the sides and working the jab as my corner was trying to say to open them up, but he was a tough guy.
It had become very one-sided by the 4th round. Do you think the referee should have jumped in a bit earlier?
I thought he did. My hands were starting to get sore, to be honest, and I thought I can't hit this guy anymore. But I think the referee done him. He was trying to come back with a couple of big hooks, so maybe the referee was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But overall, I don't think he was going to come back at all.
Well done tonight, Craig.
Thanks very much.
Trust me, man, it's okay. Bounce with me in slow-mo. When you hear the heat in the house, that ain't going low. 50 got them moving again. It look pretty good, but I'm sitting on that juicy gin. You can find me in the black man running that backwood style. Stop doing my two-step from me. Now I'ma tell you what them told me, homie. Slow to the rental discretion. If I just smoke for music, I'm glad they with me.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. Introducing to you, firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with white. Weighing in at 9 stone, 4 pounds, 17 fight record, 9 wins, 3 inside the scheduled distance, and 8 losses. Originally from Uganda, now fighting out of Canning Town, East London, it's John McKay. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed with red, weighing in